Hi guys, I wanted to go through the process of finding your photo for your portrait, how to get it into the grid, and how to start all of your outlines and stuff like that. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose your photo. You want to pick a person that you care about, and you want it to be just their portrait, so like just the face. And you want it to have good shadows and highlights. You want it to be zoomed in so that the edge of it is touching like three sides at least of the person's face. Something with a little bit of emotion is really good. And then you also want it to be a good quality photo. So if it's blurry or really tiny, or you had to crop it a bunch, that's probably not the best choice. So you can Google it. If you are wanting to draw someone that you know, you can go on your camera roll or on Instagram or something and find a picture, but just still make sure it's a good quality photo. Once you have your photo, you can find a few different photos to choose from. And you can always email me a photo if you're not sure if it's a good one, and I can help you out with that as well. Like help you decide which one's good. So once you have picked a photo, you're going to open up Grid Overlay Portrait in Google Classroom and make a copy of it. Then this is where you're going to paste your pictures. So I have a picture of Shia LaBeouf here, and what I did was I copy and pasted it in, and then I hit format options and I turned it to black and white. So I hit recolor, and then I also had to crop it a little bit to make it fit the size of the grid. You don't want to change the size of the grid, you want to change the size of the picture. So make sure you crop that picture so that it fits the grid. Then at the very last, you're going to hit arrange, and that will, and then order, and then send to back. And that will make it so that you have the grid on top of the face. Okay. Next, you're going to grid your paper. I left packets of paper in the front office, so you should pick those up. You can pick them up anytime they're there. So anytime between like 7:30 and 3 on the weekdays, come pick it up. It has some better paper, like a little bit bigger than your sketchbook paper. So this is the size paper that I've given you, and this is what the students are going to be using in class as well. So come pick those up, and then you'll be able to work on bigger paper. Unless you have bigger paper at home already, that's like nicer quality, that's fine as well. But the sketchbook paper is kind of thin and pretty small, so it's not quite big enough for doing the projects. If you go into Google Classroom, you'll see a video on how to grid your paper. So all you'll need is a ruler and a pencil, or a straight edge even, and you'll be able to grid the paper, and it should look just like this when you're done. Once you've done that, you're going to draw these lines onto the portrait. So that was also on here. So if you click the little line button right here, I'm able to go from the top middle of the forehead down to the middle of the chin, and then eye corner to eye corner, nose to nose, and mouth to mouth corner. That's going to help us keep our faces like in the right line. So if your person's like up at an angle, everything is lined up in that correct angle. So once you have those lines, then you're going to draw those lines onto your actual paper, and then you're going to start drawing just the outlines of your person. So use that grid, find where the edge of their face is touching that grid, and put a little dot, and then work your way around, and then you're basically connecting the dots using that grid. So look at what triangle, what stuff is in there, and then draw it. Only do outlines. Don't do any shading yet. We're going to start our shading on Monday or Tuesday of next week. So I hope this helps a little bit. Try to get your outlines done by the end of the week. All right. I'm excited to see what you guys make.